Yo, what's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another Genshin Impact video. So for this video, I'm going to be going over a not so much like a trap or something like that you can fall into, but more of a thing that I should have probably done with artifact experience and how I should have used it a little bit different. Right now, this is my giant fucking wall of artifacts for legendary artifacts. I've been done with farming artifacts specifically for quite some time, and I don't need any more artifacts. I'm basically just going for like min-max pieces if I am artifact grinding. And this video is going to go over what I should have done with some of my characters and why I should have done things differently when giving artifacts to different characters. And so I'm hoping that this will actually help you out so that you don't make the same mistake that I did, which is not so much hindering my progress, but definitely making it so that I can't progress through content as quickly as I'd like to at certain points in time. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so when grinding legendary artifacts, you're going to need the best possible pieces. You're going to try to get everything you possibly can for those pieces and try to get the best in slot rolls that you possibly can. You then try to bet the god rolls. You say, oh, is this piece better than this piece? Well, you look at your current piece right here, and then you look at the better pearl piece, and you're like, oh, damn, this one's way better than this one. What should I level it up? Well, before you start leveling up another piece because you get a better piece along the way, I'm going to go over artifact experience and give you an idea of how you don't waste too many resources. Now, I have done this, and I have wasted resources while artifact grinding, and I have probably wasted a decent amount of artifact experience on things I did not need to do. And that's because I'm a YouTuber, and I definitely level up things a little bit more than I should because I want to showcase them. Not so much because I need to do it, but because I need to show you guys how they perform in content. So that's why I do it. But if I was making an account just for me and I wanted to make sure that I had steady progression and didn't have any issues, then this is what I would do. So one of the things about artifacts is that you'll notice that some of my artifacts I've actually stopped here at plus 16, plus 12, etc. And I haven't finished them. Now, the ones that are plus 12, I'm still leveling up and I'm trying to push them a little bit further, but what I should have done is actually stop a lot of my artifacts a lot sooner earlier on to spread out resources. Now, the reason that's important to a lot of players is because they need to figure out what pieces they really need to upgrade so that their characters feel powerful without wasting resources on those characters so you don't have to min-max them. So for your main DPS, you want to, of course, go for your main DPS first. Go plus 20 across the board for whatever main DPS you're going to be using, whether it be Fischl, Klee, Diluc, whoever you want to use as a main DPS. You, of course, want to get those artifacts completely maxed out, get them all done. It's good. Definitely go for that. That is what you want to do. For support characters, however, what I did was I started leveling up support character artifacts, as you can see here, to plus 20. Because I was like, oh, I'm just going to get that artifact, and then I'm going to be done with artifact grinding on that character, and I won't have to farm another piece for them. But by doing that, I'm now upgrading a character way more than I should for very little gain. And the reason I didn't know it was so little gain is because the difference between certain artifact levels is very, very small at higher levels. And I'll be going into why those differences are not that great. When you're looking at artifact XP, artifact XP from levels 0 to level 8 only takes about 9,000 artifact XP for legendary artifacts. Then when you go from level 8 to level 16, it takes about 23,000. So the difference between, plus 8 and plus 16 for the double rewards of what you would get costs you almost twice as much artifact XP to get to plus 16. The thing that is not that is crazy here is that at artifact level 20, you need significantly more XP to get those artifacts leveled up. As you can see here, the artifact XP you need is staggering, and this is per level XP, not the cumulative. This right here is the cumulative amount of XP that you're going to need. At plus 16, it's going to take you a total of 153,000 artifact XP. At level 8, only 44. So that's about a little bit over double of what you would need to get to plus 16. But you would need to double that amount again to get to then plus 20. So for artifact leveling, if you're doing a support character and they are not your main DPS character, you can actually, free-to-play player, probably stop at around plus 12 or plus 16. It's probably a lot safer for you as a free-to-play or budget player, if you can't do resin refreshes, to start out leveling your artifacts at a very much slower pace for your support characters. And what I did as a whale and a YouTuber is I didn't do that. And you can look at my account right here. A lot of my support characters, if we go into my box, have their total artifacts leveled up. For like Mona, her artifacts are all maxed out when I definitely shouldn't have been wasting resources on that. I actually focused on my Bennett and got my Bennett artifacts up because I want to max my Bennett next for healing, and I was like, oh, why did I do that? And I didn't realize how much more XP it took till much later. I was like, oh, I just want that. I want it maxed. I want it maxed. I want it maxed. I want it maxed. And I had that feeling, and I should not have done that. So if you are trying to level up artifacts, please, if you're a free-to-play or budget player, stop at around plus 12 or plus 16 on your support character artifacts initially. Definitely get your mains focused first and try to get the right artifacts leveled up on those main DPSs first. Get all your resources dumped on them, because the difference between a plus 12 and a plus 16 artifact is not that much, but it costs over double the amount of resources that you would need. You can see here, you're going to see from between plus 12 and plus 16, it's nearly double the amount of resources to get from plus 12 to plus 16. So if you want to stop at plus 12 on your support characters, you can then level another piece because you stopped at plus 12. So this is my recommendation to you as a newer player or free-to-play player, whatever it may be. Stopping at plus 12 on your support characters, your healer characters, much safer way to go. As time progresses on, you're going to be able to max out your artifacts, and this will not be as relevant to you, of course, but if you are trying to make sure that you are being efficient between AR 40 as well as all the way up to AR 50 as a free-to-play player, this is something that I believe you should do so that you don't waste XP. Now, the reason I say waste XP is because if you then get another artifact that you wanted to get, like this one over here, where you are farming for a support character, but then you're like, oh, this one's really good, but then you get this one over here that's perfect. It literally has all the roles that you want on it. You're like, damn, bro, I really wish I had not leveled up this other artifact. Now I'm going to lose 20% of my XP that I got on this one when I transfer it over to this one, and I'm not going to have a maxed artifact, and I got to do it again. So that's why when you are thinking about leveling up support artifacts, it's much better to just go to plus 12 unless you have the exact perfect piece. And even then, with the perfect piece, that everything you want on it, is it better to level up that perfect piece for a support unit? Probably not. Just focus on your mains, focus on everything that you need to do for your main DPS first. Those kinds of characters really need all your love. Spread your love on the artifacts into different characters so that you can use a more versatile set of artifacts on different characters and then not feel as stifled when doing the Spiral Abyss and other things. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope you got something out of it so you guys can know exactly what you should do at different phases of the game. Make sure that you're not leveling up artifacts too much too early. I've done that. I feel stifled on artifact XP, and I have to continuously grind artifact XP right now to get to plus 20 on artifacts for showcases, etc. And maybe you should not have done that. So my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day.